Well...
You were gone for 8? Hey, what's with the sun?
You never think things through, but...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an... there's just nothing super...
Well... Anyway...
Yep. Enough with the silence!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to...
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all...
While you were investigating...
Really? Paimon...
To be honest, we aren't... Not to mention that going...
Huh? Right here in the...
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean... some...
Hiding the truth doesn't... Remember what Gandis said. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't seem... Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked, the reason being...
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that
Right.
she corrected herself...
I think it's been a few...
Remember?
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear
Then... what?
by getting involved with an...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. O'Hare.
Huh?
go ahead and talk to her. Go on. Earn her.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to before. I wouldn't even... Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we can. But even so, we have friends in
I want to my apologies for posing my question.
Oh, Hatham told us you had...
The fact is that I'm... only one. Some believe in the...
Speaking of which...
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking to... And then it happened.
You can tell them.
All right. I actually have a Perhaps. It used to be louder and more free...
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty, but... because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than...
There's really nothing...
I think they used to use it for treat...
Yeah, let's...
Useless! Huh.
Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And they're... monsters! Watch out!
Stabilize!
Take flight!
Solidify! This is order!
Embrace the ice!
They were easier to deal... super strong band? They look super serious. We gotta stay on our A game, too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
We haven't.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a. What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? Then.
So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies. Hey, what gives? Oh, thank you. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's...
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they tucked another... Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Everything's ready.
Useless. Stabilize. Order guide you.
My apologies. Take flight.
Like a lamb to the slaughter. Solidify!
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eye also...
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at...
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind of...
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh? What?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it...
Correct. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread of these rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and as well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends. This life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death. Many would give everything they have. Even if complications arise, the notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their...
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. If you can't find someone...
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their...
Extracted? You mean... canned knowledge comes from people?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely... Perhaps the process caused them...
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think of...
I'm the Academia scribe. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him.
Paimon's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, I can't... The Academia is going out of their way to look... I've spent quite some time...
You mean, you're not even slight?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, extracting information from people as if they were...
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. This matter needs...
Wait! Didn't you step in...
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said...
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while.
You're Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really...
I'm just a more likable He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
We're back!
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village. Yet, they fled.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our...
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is... Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take... Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed... If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you...
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all
You're saying that but what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely...
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced.
There is always an opportunity for safety.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid sign... Yep, that's...
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go...
You want to go too?
I want to find Grandpa. I promise.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you! Paimon feels like we're missing some...
Useless.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
enough work. Okay. So, we have to
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device you—
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be
Razak didn't display any sign.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room.
You're one of us. We wouldn't.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great Dia. You'd be better off as my.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a—
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live.
It's not too late yet. The village
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in.
Even if it'll expose you to the Academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight out.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Grit? Filthy traitors. Your god, a bat.
It's impossible to. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the.
Precisely. Any wise
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe this.
Think you can talk?
I'm not trying to persuade you.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers.
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Rahman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their Come on, Rahman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Huh. An arm from the flank. What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're merc.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd...
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make—
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your fr...
Phew. I was really counting on him not—
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on—
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than— Even if we got rid of one—
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find—
Whatever it takes? You just might be scar-
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.